What's going on, people? It's your man the YB. Once again, big shout out to my doggy 31BT for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, bash! Now, I don't really want to start this video on a negative note, but in fact we won't do that. We'll start on a positive note. We've been negging out for a while. This fight was good. The first good. Arguably even as a level of, I'd say out of 10, it's probably an 8 for me, this fight was. For them little dudes who can't punch anyway, this was up there. Proper fight. Shakur wasn't doing a bunch of clinching. He wasn't doing a bunch of running. There was one point, I think around 10 or 11, he started stinking. I thought, don't do that, bro. I think even Tava mentioned it. Don't do that, man. You don't need to do that. Yeah? These men take more damage in sparring, so I don't want to hear about, oh, you're not here to get damaged. Listen, they will take more damage in sparring, so when you're getting paid millions, we want to see you do something, man. Stand right there. Yeah? And he did, for the most part. Shakur Stevenson, he was on the ropes, giving it a bit of moody. Andor in the middle of the ring. Solid fight. Proper fight. Worth watching fight. Yeah? I can't remember the last time I told you, yeah, watch this Shakur Stevenson fight. This is a fight you should watch. For sure. It was entertaining. Now, that said, there's two key negative points we need to talk about. The commentary and the judging was shocking. I thought, honestly, this fight was a draw, to be fair. I thought the fight was a draw for me. Zepeda was pushing it all night, putting his hands together. He wasn't able to hit Shakur so much in the head clean, but he did sometimes. He almost knocked him out in round 3. That would have been not knocked him out, but he would have been knocked down. The ropes held him up, right? So, the judges' scorecards. One judge gave Zepeda 1 round. That is ridiculous, people. Ridiculous. I had him winning the first 4 or 5. Well, certainly 4 out of the first 6, I had him winning, straight up. It was only when he started getting tired. And even then, it was close, man. It's 109, 119. That's like, he won 1 round. Are you joking? So we should have known that some sort of rigging was in place. The commentators, whenever Shakur would do something well, they'd say, oh, Shakur's all over him. Then whenever Zepeda would do something well, they'd say, oh, Shakur's calm and in control. Shocking. Antonio Tava sucking Shakur off. Jim Lampley's sucking Shakur off. That other clown, Coppinger, he's useless, honestly. Get Coppinger out of here. He's proper awkward. He's like, you know, he's doing a post-fight interview. Get him out of here, man. Shakur looking out. That's the only reason he got that job, by the way. That's the only reason he got that job. He's no good at it. I don't even like them, man. But Ade's good at his job. Right? Ade's good at his job. Wade even good at his job. This clown Coppinger, he's like, yeah, he's spurging out. That's fair enough. He's an internet dude for me. That's where I'm not saying I'll be good at it either, but he get no good. See what I mean? Coppinger's no good, man. He's like, bro, sit on the internet and tap away on your keyboard, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. You ain't got that finesse, that calm. You make me anxious when you're doing things in there. No good. Get him out of here. Lampley as well, he old and dusty. Go back to HBO, bro. Just too busy sucking Shakur off. It's annoying. That whole broadcast, I don't know why they brought their man on there for, to be fair. I've never rated any of them in commentary. Not Tava. Not... Lampley's like an old time... I know what Turkey's trying to do, it's like an old time's sake. But no, there's good commentators out there. Paulie's alright. Tim Bradley. Yeah? That's what you need. Something like that. Oh, well, Tim Bradley, I mean, Jim Lampley was there a million years ago. Good, leave him there. Dinosaurs, they've been left, man. Right? Yeah, this ain't Jurassic Park. Leave the dinosaur where they at, man. No good. Just sucking Shakur off, man. I felt quite bad for Zepeda. I mean, I wouldn't have cried if it was 115, 113. That's how I felt. If Shakur won, he won by a round. I wouldn't have been mad either way. If it was a draw... If Zepeda had a 1 by a round, if Shakur had a 1 by a round, I wouldn't have complained either way there. There's no way Zepeda won 1 round. And the other judges said he only won 2 rounds. That's despicable. And towards the end of the fight, the commentary was starting to ruin the fight for me, honestly. Because I thought, Zepeda can't do nothing and get no credit for nothing. It's not right. He's in there, working his ass off, put out 1,000 punches. Can you believe that? 1,000 punches. That's like 80 a round, 85 a round he's putting out on average. Crazy. He's out there fighting a new man and just sucking Shakur off. Yeah? Come on. So I'll give Shakur credit, because that's the first fight I've watched of his. That's how boxing should be. Yeah, if you're skillful, a little step back, a little moody head movement, yeah? That's what we need to see, working. And for 95% of the fight, that's what we saw. Zepeda would come running in. He was hitting the arms and the gloves a lot. He hit a lot of the body as well. There wasn't as much of the headshots. Was it the fact he was missing a lot? He did get him a few times though. He was missing the southpaw right hook to the head. I felt was there. He'd stab to the body. Shakur's like that, parrying it, and you got to whip the hook round the side. It sounds easier than. It sounds easier than. I'm saying. There might have been reasons he wasn't doing that, but I would have liked to have seen some more, even if he was missing a bit more. Maybe that's why he wasn't doing it, because early on he was missing the head. So he thought, I don't want to keep missing. So he was going for the arms a lot. His trainer was telling him, go for the arms, go for the body. But when you go, the thing about going to the body is, yeah, when you go to the body a lot, if you're punching both hands to the body like that, you're wide open. Whereas if you hook into the head, you've got, even if you hook, let's assume you hook to the head with both hands, so you're like this, you get some protection for your own head because your hands are up high. If you hook into the body, your head's wide open. Does that make sense? So a few times he's kind of putting 3 or 4 shots into the body, and you're like a wind-up toy, like that, and then bosh, Shakur would ding something down the middle. So I'd have preferred to see him when someone, yeah, is shooting for the head. Even if you miss, your opponent is less likely to be trying to hit you back. They might catch and counter, but they're less likely to be just taking it and countering in between. When you're constantly punching the body, they'll think, okay, I'll take a body shot and just ding you down the middle. And a few times that was happening from Shakur, and maybe that's what they were scoring. But the thing about, he's got the cleanest shots. Did he have the cleanest shots? He probably did. Zepeda was hitting him clean with a jab a few times, and there was a few shots of right hand or two that went, or backhand that went popped Shakur on his chops a few times. Probably did have the cleaner work, but you have to count that in relativity to Zepeda's running at him, right? There's normally points. Effective pressures, you score points with that. It's worth something. Zepeda's running at him all night, so of course he's going to have to catch you in the between a few times. And in terms of effective aggression, for me, effective aggression, there's 2 parts of it, obviously. Hitting your opponent, but also, when you're hit by your opponent, does it put you off? If a man's running at you all night and taking a shot and thinking, whatever, I'm coming again, you can't suck Shakur off for his pot shotting, because who cares? Didn't do nothing. It's not like, I've seen it before where a pressure guy's coming forward, he gets popped a few times and thinks, like Canelo versus Bivol, he thinks, ow, ouch, ow, my ear, ow, I don't fancy it no more, coming in no more, I'm gonna box with him. Zepeda was running at him, so you can't. These commentators were saying, Lampley clown. Yeah, people say Shakur can't punch. He can punch. He can't punch. He can't punch. He can't punch. Zepeda's right in front of him all night. If he could punch, Zepeda had been knocked out, right? And the only man who actually, and Zepeda's been put down. Tevin Farmer can't punch, for damn sure. Tevin Farmer, cross-eyed, man. He can't, come on, man. He can't even see straight. How can he punch? Tevin Farmer can't punch. He knocks Zepeda down. Yeah? Shakur can't punch, end of the day. He was trying, he alleged he was making a big statement. Yeah, I'm sticking it on him, belt to arse. He went life and death. Them scorecards are a robbery, a travesty, honestly. This, for me, it's not one of the biggest robberies. I'm not mad that Shakur won, but the kind of fight it was, and what they're alleging it to be with these scorecards, it ruined, it killed the vibe. The commentary and then the scorecards have ruined how I look at the fight now. It's just made me sour, because it's not how it should have been. It should have been 115, 113 for... So at least then you're giving respect to Zepeda. People, I've seen dudes fight a journeyman and they give him 2 rounds who's done nothing at all. I've seen them once. 120, 108s are quite rare. Zepeda's in the fight the whole night. There's never a round where you thought, wow. There's never a round in that fight where I said, Shakur's taken over now, which is often the case. Even if he's doing a stinker, you often can see that, okay, Shakur's in control now. Not one round, right? So what planet are they on? Oh, but YB, you know, rounds aren't scored like that. You know, it was 45, 55 every round for Shakur. But it wasn't, though. Yeah? It was not. At all. So I don't know what they was doing there. Maybe it's in New York, innit? But Shakur ain't got no clout like that. He can't pay no judges. He ain't got no clout like that. I don't know what that was about. You look at the CompuBox stats as well. They tell a story. Now, I'm not sure how true these are. But these show they both landed a similar amount of punches. Shakur landed 295 and Zepeda landed 272. But Zepeda threw 1,000 and Shakur threw about half of that. So Shakur was more accurate, which we expected. But the work, man. Zepeda did get tired, though, noticeably. He started off throwing 103 punches in round 2 and 3. And he ends up in round 12 at 69. Still. Yeah, he deserved. I wouldn't have been mad at a draw. But either way, end of the day, whether Zepeda got bumped, no one's not going to watch him fight again. Could he have won it? Should he have won it? Again, maybe it was or wasn't close. It was definitely close, but maybe whether he won it or not is another question. People at Turkey's going to want him back. Because you come in there, you know what you're getting from him. There's no speculating. He's going to come right at you and put his hands together in combinations. So you can't argue. You can't punch, but you can't argue what Zepeda does. So he deserves to make some bread, and he will. It's exciting. And even Shakur on this performance, if this is how he wants to fight now, yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. He didn't even come out to fight with loads of marks on his face. So it shows that it's not the end of the world to be a bit entertaining. Yeah? It's not the end of the world to be a little bit entertaining. Right? For $5 million. Give people a little bit of what they want. You can still win a fight. Anyway, I think that's about it, people. Shakur called out Tank Davis, but Tank Davis is, I don't know what he's doing. He's locked up for domestic charges. And he's supposed to be fighting Lamont Roach in a month, so I don't know how true any of that is. We'll have to find out. I'd have told you Tank beats Shakur, but I just don't know what state Tank's in. I'd have told you Tank beats Lamont, so it's one of them. Anyways, end of the day, salute to Turkey. Whatever he's told these men, they've tightened up. Yeah. Salute to Shakur as well. Give him credit for the first time in his career for not boring the pants off me and ruining my day. And of course, salute to Zepeda. I hope you don't feel disheartened. Don't listen to them corny, old, washed-up Jurassic commentators who were just hating the whole night and not giving him his flowers. Because you was in the fight, bro. And you could have nicked a draw, and you could have nicked a... I'm not gonna lie, you could have nicked a win, man. You could have nicked a win there. I wouldn't have been crying about a robbery if you'd nicked a win. He was hungry to fight. Hungry to fight. And you're hungry. It's a bit like... This fight actually reminds me of... Very similar to... And this is how, for me, it should have been scored. This fight is very similar to Floyd versus De La Hoya. Floyd versus Oscar De La Coca. Floyd versus Oscar De La Sniffer. Yeah? This is very similar. De La Sniffer's coming forward, thrashing. And Floyd's got a bit of moody. The difference is, though, I think De La Hoya, he got really tired towards the end. Really tired. Zepeda, not so much. Zepeda was still in them last round. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking... If that was a split decision, this should have been something similar, man. Honestly. This, for me, was closer than De La Hoya and Floyd. I can see how Floyd probably won that fight. This one, though, every round was 50-50, man. Crazy. Scam. They always be doing that with these fights. Even when you get a good fight, you get a scammy result. Right? Like, not the same level, but Dave Allen versus Fisher 1. You get a scammy result at the end. It just ruins it. Anyway, people, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Bash.